Y'all, Hollywood just exploded, and the fallout has Nicole Kidman's name written all over it. After years of fake smiles, red carpet handholding, and those two perfect interviews about unbreakable love, it looks like the truth finally cracked wide open. Nicole has officially filed for divorce from Keith Urban, and baby, the receipts are uglier than his 2006 hair phase. What really went down behind the mansion gates? Why are insiders whispering about voice notes, secret meetings, and an assistant with a baby bump? Buckle up, because this ain't your average celebrity split. This is Hollywood's most polished marriage falling apart in real time. Let's get into it, because the internet hasn't stopped talking since Nicole Kidman hit that submit button on her divorce papers. And y'all, this time it's not just another Hollywood rumor. It's a full-blown scandal with receipts, betrayal, and a baby bump in the mix. Yes, the world's classiest couple, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, might have just turned their red carpet fairy tale into a messy soap opera for years. Nicole and Keith sold us the perfect picture: the A-list actress with her golden boy country singer, two adorable daughters, and a love that supposedly survived fame, rehab, and countless breakup rumors. But guess what? Behind those glossy magazine covers and carefully staged interviews was a relationship built on cracks, and now those cracks are splitting wide open, according to an anonymous insider, and y'all know those are the best kind. Nicole has been sitting on evidence for months. We're talking voice memos, private texts, photos, and even a recording that allegedly captures Keith whispering sweet nothings to someone who definitely wasn't his wife. And who's the mystery woman? Well, it's reportedly none other than Nicole's own personal assistant. Yeah, the woman who handled her appointments, picked out her outfits, and knew all her secrets, might have been keeping a few of her own. The drama supposedly started when Nicole noticed her assistant acting different, late-night phone calls, extra perfume, a new car parked in the driveway that Nicole didn't remember approving, and the moment that set off the alarms? A text meant for Keith accidentally sent to Nicole, one that reportedly said, "Can't wait to tell you about the doctor's appointment." Y'all, that's the text that launched a Hollywood war. Nicole, being the detective she clearly is, didn't confront Keith right away. Nope, she played it smart. She started collecting screenshots, recordings, and insider info from mutual friends. And according to leaked reports, she even hired a private investigator, the same one allegedly used by another A-list couple during their messy breakup. The goal, to confirm her worst fear, that Keith Urban had been living a double life right under her nose. Now, Keith's reputation has always walked a tightrope. Let's not forget, his career almost tanked back in the day due to substance issues and reckless behavior. Nicole stood by him through rehab, through the scandals, through the whispers that he couldn't keep his ego or his attention in check. But even loyalty has limits. When those private findings landed in Nicole's hands, she reportedly broke down in tears, locked herself in her dressing room, and refused to film for 3 days. A source close to her told Reality Source Weekly Nicole's world collapsed. She felt humiliated, not just as a wife, but as a woman who trusted someone who made her look like a fool. And here's where it gets darker. The assistant, now confirmed to be in her second trimester, has allegedly claimed Keith is the father. Nicole's team has neither confirmed nor denied the rumors, but Hollywood insiders claim she's already spoken to her divorce lawyers, demanding a clause that ensures no public contact between Keith and the woman during court proceedings. Publicly, Keith has been trying to play calm. He's smiling for paparazzi, dropping cryptic posts about forgiveness and growth, and even liking fan comments that say, "Everyone makes mistakes." But behind the scenes, people are saying he's panicking. His management team is reportedly in crisis mode, trying to protect his country music image before sponsors start pulling out. Meanwhile, Nicole's friends, yes, even Reese Witherspoon and Meryl Streep, are rallying behind her. She's been spotted having quiet dinners with her close inner circle, discussing her next move, not just legally, but emotionally. One friend allegedly told Insider Buzz, Nicole is done pretending. She wants her dignity back, and she's not afraid to burn everything down to get it. And y'all, that's where this story takes a turn, because it's not just a breakup. It's a power shift. Nicole Kidman, the queen of composure, has finally decided she's done protecting Keith's image. Word is she's preparing to tell her side. And trust me, when Nicole speaks, Hollywood listens. But here's the kicker, the assistant's pregnancy isn't the only ticking bomb. Sources are now whispering that Nicole found out months ago and stayed quiet to build her case. Allegedly, she's been documenting every lie, every red flag, every suspicious detail. Because if there's one thing Hollywood loves more than a happy ending, it's a well-documented downfall. So now, the big question is, how did a couple once hailed as Hollywood's most stable marriage go from soulmate goals to courtroom drama? What really happened in those hidden text messages? And what's next for Keith Urban, the man whose career might have just been derailed by his own ego? Because if part one of this story taught us anything, it's that in Hollywood, nothing stays secret forever, not even the ones hidden behind diamond smiles and red carpet kisses. And y'all, just when everyone thought this story couldn't possibly get messier, buckle up. Because part 2 takes us straight into the belly of Hollywood chaos. Nicole Kidman didn't just file for divorce quietly. No, ma'am. She dropped those papers like a bomb, right in the middle of Keith Urban's upcoming tour planning. Timing impeccable. Message crystal clear. She's done protecting his image, the leaked timeline of events, because of course, someone close to the family spilled the tea, paints a picture worthy of an HBO miniseries. Apparently, Nicole's assistant, the alleged other woman, was part of Keith's inner creative circle for months. She was seen on multiple tour stops, helping manage personal affairs. At first, no one thought twice. I mean, who would suspect the assistant? But now that the puzzle pieces are falling into place, insiders are saying this professional relationship was more like a private duet off stage. And get this, one of the biggest bombshells came from a leaked voice note. According to an anonymous insider, the internet's favorite type of source, a voice memo surfaced where Keith can allegedly be heard saying, "You know, I can't tell her yet. She's not ready to hear it." Fans are debating whether her referred to Nicole or the assistant. Either way, the internet had a meltdown. Within hours, hashtags like #KeithExposed and #NicoleDeservesBetter started trending. Twitter turned into a courtroom, TikTok into an emotional therapy session, and Reddit? Let's just say they built entire timelines analyzing every suspicious red carpet moment between the couple from the last 2 years. Someone even made a viral video claiming they knew something was off when Nicole skipped Keith's album release party. Meanwhile, Nicole's legal team has reportedly gone into full defense mode. Sources close to her say she's pushing for full custody of their children and a clean split of their estate, which, by the way, is worth over $250 million. And y'all, that's not even counting royalties, brand deals, and the Australian properties they own. Now, what's fascinating is how Keith's side is spinning this. His PR team has started floating stories about emotional exhaustion, claiming Keith's been under immense pressure balancing fame, touring, and personal struggles. They're trying to paint him as a broken man, someone who made mistakes under emotional strain. Cute narrative, right? Except Nicole ain't buying it, and neither are the fans. In fact, Nicole has allegedly hired a crisis management specialist, the same person who handled a certain A-lister's cheating scandal back in 2020. We won't name names, but y'all remember. This means she's preparing to control the narrative, protect her public image, and, most importantly, make sure Keith's reputation takes the hit. Not hers, but here's where the plot thickens. Remember that assistant? Well, insiders are now saying she's gone off the grid, deleted social media, disconnected her phone, and reportedly left Los Angeles. Some claim she's in Australia, others say Nashville. What's she hiding from? The press? The shame? Or the paternity test results that could blow this entire story wide open? Oh, and let's not forget the church angle. Keith and Nicole were once seen as the golden Christian couple of Hollywood, attending charity galas, preaching about family values, and thanking God in every acceptance speech. But behind closed doors, that image might have been nothing more than PR smoke. A leaked email from a faith advisor allegedly shows Nicole venting about pretending for the cameras and feeling trapped in a brand instead of a marriage. Who you? And speaking of leaks, a close friend of Nicole's, supposedly an actress from one of her hit series, told a reporter that Nicole had been planning her exit for over a year. She reportedly started separating finances, transferring properties, and quietly unfollowing certain mutual friends. Nicole played chess while everyone else played checkers, the source said. She knew this day was coming. Now fans are torn. Some say Nicole deserves peace and a clean break after years of emotional damage. Others argue that Keith deserves a second chance, especially since he's been open about his struggles with addiction and mental health. But let's be real, when there's a pregnant assistant and alleged recordings, it's not exactly giving oops. I made a mistake. It's giving you did this on purpose and got caught. The funniest part? Hollywood's elite are pretending they're shocked. But behind the scenes, people are gossiping like it's their full-time job. Apparently, a few country artists have started distancing themselves from Keith, pulling out of collaborations, and canceling upcoming joint events. Why? Because in the industry, reputation is currency. And right now, Keith's stock is dropping faster than his last single on the charts. Meanwhile, Nicole's camp is thriving. She's been spotted attending red carpet events solo, rocking confident smirks, and reportedly signed a new endorsement deal that positions her as a symbol of resilience. Talk about turning heartbreak into a business move. Oh, and here's the cherry on top. Remember how Keith once called Nicole his greatest muse? Well, sources say she's planning to produce a new limited series that draws heavily from her real-life marriage struggles. The working title? The Perfect Lie, if that's not poetic revenge. I don't know what is, but hold on. The real storm is just beginning. Because whispers from Nashville suggest Nicole has access to financial records showing Keith may have been funneling money to his mistress over the past year. If that turns out true, it's not just adultery, it's financial misconduct. And in California divorce court? That's game over for Keith Urban. So, as Keith tries to fix his image through cryptic Instagram posts and sad acoustic songs, Nicole is allegedly preparing her next public move, one that could officially end Keith's career and cement her as the queen who refused to stay silent. And y'all, if you thought this was explosive, wait till you hear what happens next, because part 3? That's where all the secrets come crashing down, and just when everyone thought the situation couldn't possibly spiral any further, boom, part 3 hits like a Hollywood earthquake. Because Nicole Kidman isn't just walking away from her marriage. She's reportedly dismantling Keith Urban's entire empire on her way out, according to exclusive leaks from an anonymous insider, the one who's been in their circle for years. Nicole has submitted over 200 pages of evidence to her divorce attorneys, including text messages, hotel receipts, and what appears to be a confession letter from Keith himself. Now, whether that letter is real or not, nobody knows, but the rumor mill is running wild. The story goes that Keith allegedly wrote it during his last rehab stint, a heartfelt apology letter that accidentally turned into a full-blown admission of guilt. But, y'all, the most shocking part? The alleged affair partner, the assistant, is apparently pregnant. Multiple sources have claimed that she's around for months along, and while her team has refused to confirm or deny, that silence speaks louder than any statement could. Fans are convinced it's Keith's baby, and Nicole's legal team, reportedly pushing for DNA testing. Social media has gone absolutely feral. One fan wrote, "Nicole deserves an Oscar for putting up with this for so long." Another said, "Imagine your assistant being the other woman. This is straight out of a Netflix series." Memes are flooding Twitter, one showing Nicole walking away from a burning mansion with the caption, "She chose peace after destruction." Meanwhile, Keith has been spotted in public looking visibly shaken. Paparazzi caught him leaving a Los Angeles recording studio with bloodshot eyes and no wedding ring. When asked about the allegations, he muttered, "No comment, mate," before jumping into his car and speeding off. No PR spin can save him now. The story's too big, too emotional, and too juicy for the internet to let go. Entertainment journalists are calling this the biggest Hollywood breakup of the decade. rivaling even the Angelina Brad Pitt chaos. Because here's the thing, Nicole and Keith weren't just any couple. They were the brand. The face of glamorous redemption, the poster children for second chances, the couple who preached about faith, forgiveness, and family unity. And now, that image has shattered into 1,000 glittering pieces. One insider told Hollywood Insider Weekly that Nicole's biggest heartbreak wasn't the cheating itself, it was the betrayal of trust. She built him back up when his career was collapsing, the source said. She paid off his debts, stood by him through rehab, and helped him rebuild his reputation. To find out he was doing this behind her back, that's what broke her, and let's not forget the financial side of this circus. Divorce experts estimate that if Nicole proceeds with a full settlement, Keith could lose up to 60% of his assets. We're talking luxury properties, music royalties, cars, and private jets. Remember those romantic villas they bought in Australia and Hawaii? Gone, all allegedly up for grabs. Nicole reportedly told her lawyer, "I want what's fair, and I want closure." Translation, she's taking back everything she built. Now, the craziest twist. According to a few whispers online, Nicole's legal team might be working on a tell-all documentary deal with a major streaming platform. Imagine that, Nicole narrating her own heartbreak in a glossy docuseries called Unscripted. The real Nicole Kidman, that would break the internet. And Keith? He'd have nowhere to hide. But it's not just the fans who are reacting. Hollywood itself is choosing sides. Country music circles are reportedly divided. Some of Keith's friends are cutting ties, while others are begging him to make a public apology before his career sinks completely. Meanwhile, Nicole's A-list friends, including actresses, directors, and producers, are rallying around her. One well-known producer even posted, "Strong women don't cry. They rebuild, subtle shade much." And then there's the rumor that Nicole has already moved on. A viral TikTok claims she's been spotted having dinner with an unnamed British actor who co-starred in one of her recent projects. Whether that's true or not, fans are already shipping them, calling it the ultimate glow-up. The internet's collective opinion? Nicole's entering her revenge era, and she's doing it in heels. But let's get real. Behind the glamour, this scandal has exposed something deeper: how Hollywood sells perfect marriages that are anything but perfect. The same industry that glamorized their love story is now feasting on their downfall. It's a cycle of fame, deceit, and damage control, and Nicole, the master strategist she is, seems to be flipping the entire narrative in her favor. As for Keith, he's reportedly checked into a private retreat in Tennessee for emotional healing. His PR team is working overtime, trying to frame this as a moment of spiritual reflection. But fans aren't buying it. The comment sections under his posts are brutal, filled with snake emojis, betrayal memes, and endless calls for accountability. In a leaked recording of a supposed conversation between Keith and a friend, he allegedly said, "I don't even know how to fix this. She's done with me." And maybe that's the truth. Maybe this isn't a scandal that can be fixed with a PR apology or a teary-eyed interview on Good Morning America. Because once the trust is gone, no song, no apology, and no fancy words can bring it back. Still, Nicole remains composed. She's been photographed wearing her signature calm expression. Not a tear, not a crack, just pure poise. As one fan put it, that's not heartbreak. That's a woman who already made peace with her decision. Now, as Hollywood holds its breath, everyone's asking the same question. What happens next? Will Keith make a desperate attempt at reconciliation? Will the alleged mistress finally speak? Or will Nicole drop one final bombshell that leaves the world stunned? One thing's for sure, the fairy tale is officially over. And as the cameras flash and headlines scream, Nicole Kidman is walking away, not as the victim of scandal, but as the architect of her own freedom. And just like that, the curtain falls. But you know Hollywood. Every ending is just the setup for a sequel, and that's the chaos. Y'all, the final act of Hollywood's most picture-perfect marriage crumbling before our eyes. But what do you think? Is Nicole finally free, or is there more to this story that we haven't heard yet? Do you believe Keith's silence is guilt or strategy? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this divorce just became the internet's hottest mystery. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to LUMI Legacy, where we uncover the stories Hollywood wishes would stay buried. Stay tuned. The truth is always messier than the headlines.